Hey guys, welcome back to this stage in the project here on the Safe Haven Valley workbench. Last time we went over colors and how I did everything on the main walls, and I wanted to kind of show you something additional I did that I think adds a little bit more character to it. So on the walls, you saw how I stained and I colored and I did all the steps to get to this look. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to show you. I told you that I was not going to use this filter. So let me zoom in. This is the filter that I use. The brown for dark yellow by Ammo MIG. I did not apply it on that undercoat. However, I'm hoping that you're going to be able to see the difference here. So I'm going to hold this up. So, well, my lighting's so what we have here is the original wall that I did, and then I did the same concept for the smaller wall like I did all the others. But yesterday I applied, just being that this is for it's a brown for dark yellow, I used it for a brown for a green color, and I am kind of liking the way it turned out. See, you see all the regular green there. Well, this turns it out to be a little bit more of a darker green with a dirt look to it. So here is what it looks like. So I think it looks a little bit better. It brings the see how it looked like this. This looks good, but then when you bring in this to it, you can see the brown it adds to the building for like dirt and stuff. So it just adds a layer of like dirt. And so I'm going to do that before I do the corner bracing or the corner walls posts. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip my brush in here, and I'm going to start from the top and just work my way down, brushing it on. It kind of adds a yellowy brown tint to the building, which is what I want. It makes it kind of nice. It kind of gives it a little bit of a yellow tint. So I'm going to let this dry for a moment so you can actually see what I'm talking about, the comparison. But I'm going to keep on going with these other pieces. This is basically a filter. I'm just brushing on the brown, not heavy, just enough to give it just a dirty tint to it. this back over here. And the nice thing about it is that this actually, these cleans up. This is a very, like almost a clear yellowish brown, because it's so diluted that it just makes it nice. I just use my white spirit to clean the brush. Because it's enamel. The enamel will clear everything up. And you don't have to be perfect with it, because you want different sides of it to be darker or lighter, or, you know, you can play with the level and everything else. So this is the full piece that I just did of one wall, and it made it a little bit darker, but it also made it look a little dirtier. But it also still pops out when it fully dries. It'll pop out the peeling effect that I have already applied. So this is not quite dry, but I wanted to show you the difference. So down here is the before. This is what it looked like before. Down here. Then I went, all this up here is the added, and all I did was just added some of this brown for dark yellow. It darkened it a little bit, but it popped the peel to it and added a brown tint to it. So it this, when it dries, will look a lot like this little piece here. And you can see where it still has its highlights of peeling paint, but the filter just added like a brown wash to it to make it look dirty. That's basically what I did. So let's go ahead and finish this one real quick. And who knows, I might just add a spritz of pigment chalk down the road. It all depends. I really don't know at this moment. Okay, this one's done. We'll get this one done up here. And I still like weathering in my other ways. You know, I know how to do them. So it actually makes it kind of nice to be able to learn the new way. This product is really made for this. It's a weathering thing. So even new buildings have some weather tint to them because of how long they've been sitting there while it's being built. Has already built some weather age to it, and it's okay. That's all good. Now I'm liking the way the look of this building is. it's all, it looks pretty darn good. So we set that up there to dry. I think. Yeah, I did that one already. Did that one. Did that one. So we got 2 more pieces to do here. And then we can start doing the corner posts. Now I might be adding like some like black or very dark browns to the bottom of the building, because it is after all a repair. It's going to probably be a little bit worn, kind of say. So we'll see how that all turns out. You just got to figure out which way your building's facing, because not on top of that, you have the weather, you have the foot traffic, and for the environment that's going on. So and I'm just brushing out my brush a little bit. Okay, so now that will dry there. I'll dry there. Now that we got that all done, we can go to the gluing phase. And yep, we're gonna go right onto the gluing phase. So let's just put this brush aside for now. Okay, flip this over. Okay, so now we get some tacky glue. It's been a minute. So it took a second to get it out of the tube. Now come up here, and I do have more toothpicks. Alright, so we're going to back this out just a bit. There we are. Okay, now we got all of those put down with this product. It's the filter for Ammo Mig. It's brown for dark yellow. Is what I used over the green. Now, some people might say, well, why didn't you just get the green one? Well, this is what I had and wanted to try it. That's what this is all about. Okay, so now I have people ask me, how do I do all the bracing? This is how I do all the bracing. I have, these are coffee stirring sticks that I have on hand. And I use them because they have they're flat. They're thin. I'll show you what they are. This is what they are right here. Some are a little thicker, some are thinner. It's just what I had. Like, I tend to use a little more of the thinner ones, but the thicker ones work just as well. but this is what I use, because as you can see, it just goes wider area. So that's what I use for the back support. And as you can see, the coloring went through and there's no warping. So now we're going to add the corner posts today. Get this segment done. We will get the corner post on. And I just dab my glue on little by little to my satisfactory. And that is about where I want it, because I don't want the glue to squeeze out. Now I just grab one of these posts and put it on the way that I wanted it to go. And then just there, just like that. I just wipe the excess glue away. You have your first piece on the corner. And then you just turn around and do it again on the other side. Just remember, little by little. And if you think you got too much, I just take my my toothpick, and I just take the round edge and just dab it. Because what it does is it flattens the glue out. And then I come along the edge and wipe off that side and that side, just to keep it where I want it. And it works pretty good. I don't usually get a lot of push out from this, so there is always some. And that's to be expected. And so just come down while the glue's wet. There we go. So, and sometimes I deliberately put these long than need be. Just because it allows me to do a little fine trimming and adjustment once it's in place. But you don't have to. So that's that. This wall's done. I will set it up here to dry, face down, so that it stays that way. Next, we move right along with the next main wall building. And do the same to this. And we just do the wall like that. And we're going to put it this way. That's the other thing I like about doing all four sides of the posts. When you weather it, you can see what side looks the best outcome for you. And then you put, you know, you can, as long as you don't over weather it, or, you know, sometimes there's a specific way you got to do it because of the way the piece is being. They sometimes make a little bit of a warp to it, so you have to make sure the warp or the grain goes a certain way sometimes. Oops. Come back here. Oh, fine. Thought I had enough glue on there, but you told me no. So we're gonna try it again here. And if you do, to prevent glue, it does help. If you roll your brace on, start from the front side, like I'll show you here on the other side. But what it does is, the way I do the glue, dabbing it minimizes the squeeze out. But if you do it right, you can get the glue to mostly go to the back side of the wall, not the front side. And if you do get some on the front side, it's like very, 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 very minuscule. So that looks pretty good. Okay, so what I'm going to do on the other side is show you an example of what I just mentioned. So I lather all the glue on to my liking. Then I come back and I just dab it like so. You don't want to take it all off, but you want to just push it down to where it's not going to buckle on you. Then I wipe off the edge like that. Just take my finger around the front edge, just like that. Then I get the piece that I need and I roll it this way. So here's the front side. I take and I put the edge and roll it on that way. I just put the edge on the wall and just roll it right into place. Just like that. I just kind of roll it this way. And see, there's not really a whole lot of glue that is missing or has come out. So now I can just adjust it. Okay. Just let that sit just like that for a minute. Now that's the main walls and stuff that are done, but while those set up, I want to do the secondary. It's what they call the office. I did not brace this, so it's just going to be what it's going to be. Now I could, but a lot of times when it's this small, I don't usually worry about it. And then I just do the same process on this wall. I do the same process. Okay. And that one looks pretty good right there. It was giving me a little bit of trying to give me a little bit of a problem, but we got it. So now I'll just take this and just put on, turn it the other way. And I always pull down towards the back with my glue a little bit, so it keeps it away from the front of the building. But sometimes it just lands where it wants to, regardless. So now I did that. Gonna dab it. Like that. Wipe the front down like that. And just, again, this was just checking on how it was going to go. So here, I'm just going to show you up close. I'm just going to take the corner of this and match it with the corner of that and roll down right into place. So I hope you can see this. I'm going to go like this on the front of the wall and just roll right into place, just like that. Then I just bring it around where I want it. Again, there's no bracing on this, so you have to be careful. So now when that's down like that, I'm just pushing in where you don't want to break the door jamb, so I'm just putting my finger on the door jamb. Just put my finger right there and then just pressing in on the end just a little bit. Now that it's in place, I just lightly wet my fingers down, and there you have that wall. There's that wall. That's how I do my gluing. So now that this is done, we'll let this set up for a moment so that I can, so we'll just turn this over. Now, come back to the instructions here, and we're going to see where we put things at here. Okay, so the small window, which is this one, will go on this end of the building. Then it'll go here. This will go over there like that. And this will be the wall that goes right here. That is where we're at for the project right now. The next step for me, before we can even put this together, is to do all the windows, the glass, and the doors, and get those done. So, I'm going to set what I don't need aside. So what it looks like right now is this. Look, I want to show you how this, now that this is dried, look how good that has come out. I think I hit just the right about the right amount of ivory color. If you look at it closely, it's not all ivory. And you got some darker color coming through, like from the stains and stuff below. I think it all is coming through. And I think once we add it to the wall here, you might agree that it's going to look just pretty darn good. But I'm not going to add I'm not adding the walls just yet, because I got to do the doors and windows, which is the next step. But just wanted to show you a preview what it will look like with the ivory on the actual building. So that's what we're looking at. So we will just set these all aside. Except for the pieces that need, there's only like 2 pieces. Every piece gets a window except for 2. So for those, we get into the kit here and we pull out this sheet, which has all of our doors and windows on it. And we pull out this sheet for the windows, the windows in acetate. There's 6 windows. There's 4 on that side, 1 on this wall, 1 on that wall. And then there's a window here, which will be for one of these to go into. So that will be pulled out. And that's where we are on the next step. That's the next step of the project, is doing the windows, which happen to be done. They will also be done in the ivory color. And I'm probably going to take the doors on here, and I'm probably going to I haven't decided if I'm going to have them closed or open, one or the other. Just I'm going to be showing activity. So but either way, the coloring has got to be weathered just right, because when you apply the door, you want you don't want a new door in a used area or a worn out area. It's just going to look odd unless your intention is to show that it was replaced. So this is the next step. So I will get these all painted. There's no specific way I'm going to do it. I'm going to probably do it the same way I did the corner posts, because it's so that it will somewhat match, with maybe a slight variance in shade. That's what we need to do. So but for now, I'm going to keep I'm just going to go ahead and keep the windows in here so they stay clean. But yeah, I'm going to get this all done, get them to, and then get them ready to go. And then I've done other videos where I show installation, so I will do all but maybe one window, because with these it's all applied the same. These this is the first kit that I've gone into very great detail, so we want to do it, we want to make sure it's done right. So anyway, I'll get these all painted and weathered up nicely, and then we'll start installing. This is going to be a very delicate process because I don't think these ones, I haven't looked at them closely yet, but I don't think these are the peel and stick ones. Frank doesn't always do that with his kits, but when he does, I like them. But either way, I like the wood windows and doors because of how their appearances are. So we'll get these painted up and we'll try to get them installed between now and next week, and we'll come back when we're ready for the next process, which will be demonstrating how to install a window or a door, whichever. It's all the same process for these, and then we'll get the whole structure together, and then at that point we will be well on our way to having the structure done. We can move on to the detail stuff on the outside, which is the floating dock, the pier, the deck, the stairs, and that kind of thing. So we'll be weathering all that a little bit different, because that is not going to be the same color as the building. It's going to be a wood color, so we'll age that a lot different to bring some contrast to the building, so it all pulls together and look good. So with that, we will end it here, and we'll see you back here when we get ready to assemble this and do a demo of the actual window installation on one of the windows, and then we'll be able to go from there for the next step. So we'll see you back here for that. You guys keep things going on your bench, and we'll see you back here next time. Talk to you later.